I'm going to show my latest little project here called Heroes of War. Basically wanted to make kind of a MOBA RTS hybrid where you would control a smaller unit with a smaller component, be able to control them just like you would any other RTS game, but it would be more of kind of like you need to win the engagements and survive, and then your units will recover and you can continue to the next objective. So in this particular example, you can see we have our hero here. In this case, the hero is a commander. These are his individual abilities. He can call in paratroopers, so call in reinforcements like these guys. He can call in an airstrike, and he can have a boost, which will give everyone near him a speed boost as well. So that's kind of how the hero would work. And then when you select your units, you can see they all appear over here. So you've got the commander, rifle troopers, a combat engineer, heavy infantry, and a marksman. And you can see when you select units that have their own abilities, those abilities appear as well, whereas the hero's abilities are always present. So, for example, the sniper, you can see when I click on him, this is the normal trooper, so they can construct cover. So you can see a little progress bar there. He builds some cover, just like you can see there's some cover already on the map. But they can take cover. You can see that if I hold Alt, it shows his name and his range, whereas if he takes cover, that range increases a little bit, and he gets a little bit of added defense bonus too while he's in cover. So that's what the normal infantry guys can do. The sniper, you can see he has the ability to entrench. So if I hit X, he will slowly entrench into place. You can see that greatly increased his sight range, and it shows his permanent engagement range too. And you can see he can actually see these enemies up here now. You can see some of the enemies patrolling. If he comes out of entrenchment, it's quicker, and you can see his sight range decreases, and his engagement range goes back to normal as well. Snipers are unique in that they won't engage unless they're being attacked, or unless they're specifically told to attack, and that's so that you can kind of set them up as a reconnaissance. So you can see he has enemies in range here, but he doesn't engage them unless specifically told to do so, or unless they engage him. One of the things that's really unique about the sniper too is you can see this little line here being drawn now to the engineer. So he is a spotter for the engineer as well. So anytime there are units inside the sniper's engagement range, the engineer has the ability to engage them basically from anywhere that he is with long-range missiles. So heavy armor units like this, the engineer needs to engage those. So you can often set the sniper up and then have the engineer fire the first shot at a strong unit, and then that will aggro the enemy and they will come towards them. But a lot of what I wanted to kind of make the case is to set up engagements. So for example, I'm going to have this normal rifleman come up here and set up a cover, and I'll have this sniper come up here and do the same, and you'll see that if I build cover near the sniper, that's the heavy infantry, so if I come up and build another cover near the sniper, you'll see this range increase even slightly more for the sniper, because he's now in cover. So there we go, we get a little more sight and a little more range, because now the sniper is in a cover. And then finally we have heavy infantry as well. He also has the ability to entrench, but he will engage any units that are inside his range when he entrenches. So his range is not quite as far as the snipers, but as soon as you entrench him, if he has people in sight, he will start attacking immediately. started engaging as soon as that patrol got inside his range. So he's able to provide like covering fire while he's entrenched. And again, they can all come out of entrenchment much more quickly, lose their sight range, but now they're able to move again. So if we have a subsequent engagement, one more ability that the engineer has is he can call in a drone for Overwatch to reveal up to a certain extension. So I'm going to call in a drone over here, get a little bit of situational awareness. There we go. We can see that we have another group of enemies there. So one more time, I'm going to set up the sniper, tell him to entrench. That will allow him to see what's in range. I'll have the infantry build cover near him to extend that range just a little bit, and then we can see that immediately gives the engineer ability to engage all units within the sniper's visual range. So what I'm going to do this time to start the engagement is I'm going to have heavy infantry entrench as well, and then I'm going to actually use one of the hero's abilities, which is airstrike. So I'll start the engagement that way, and then that should get everybody engaged. Some slow moving targets. There we go. So that was a really successful engagement. So again, it's I wanted to make something that's about like preserving your units, winning the engagements, and using strategy to your advantage. However, you can see there's a couple of additional things that will come into play as we get a little bit closer to some more unique enemies, and one of them is artillery fire. Just like that. And then we got ambushed. You can see that there's three legs holding us here. We got our artillery unit here. Move these guys out. It's about surviving, and the hero, as long as the hero's alive, you don't build the objective. So at this point, I can call in reinforcements, and I'm actually, let's get him out of the way. I'm actually going to call him next to him. There we go, so we can immediately engage there. Okay, so once that cooldown is complete, we can set up reinforcements. Get them out of the way here. There we go. And then as we progress through other objectives,